Hello friends, welcome back in this session. So in this session we will talk about the DevSecOps. So DevOps we know and we have go through the different DevOps techniques also. So here the new terms the DevSecOps comes. So what is the DevSecOps that we will see thoroughly in this session. So let's start. So in this session we will discuss about the what is DevSecOps, why this DevSecOps is important, why it's necessary also, and how it implemented and how it works. So we'll see all these things in this complete session. So what things we are going to cover in our course. So at a high level in our agenda, so we'll discuss about the DevOps, what is DevOps. We'll discuss about the what is DevSecOps. We will discuss about the what's the benefits for the DevSecOps. We will also discuss about the how DevSecOps works. We will discuss about the different use case for the DevSecOps. So let's start with the DevOps. So the first question is what is DevOps? So we will just go through at a high level with DevOps, then we will move for the DevSecOps. So what is DevOps? So DevOps is a combination of cultural philosophies, practice and tool that increase the organization ability to deliver application and service at a high velocity, evolving and improving the product at faster pace of than organization using traditional software development and infrastructure management processes. So at a high level, DevOps is a cultural philosophy practice the way. It's not kind of DevOps is a tool or DevOps is a methodology. So basically it's a cultural, it's a practice which we have to uh, adopt in our development process, where the goal of this adoption is the increase the ability of delivery of the software including the quality. So basically it helps us to deliver value to customer, a fast model, so we can get the fast feedback also. So the feedback cycle will comes very fast. It's at a high level, it's not process, it's not Jenkins, it's not CI/CD, it's not tool. It's a practice, it's a cultural which we have to adopt in our development processes. So it's a cultural change that the way we are building application software. So that's a cultural change. So in a DevOps, we do the plan, code, build, test, deploy, and a release. So the flow will be comes from the waterfall model to the DevOps. So this will comes as water cycle, and here we will integrate the all different tools, all different processes, which makes the improvement of our delivery of software. Let's move for the what is DevSecOps. So DevSecOps means it's a DevOps plus security. It's a security add-on. So development security operations at a high level terms. So DevSecOps is all about the DevOps, the existing DevOps with a lens of security. So it's the same as the DevOps practices cultural, where we are adding the lens of security, where we are adding the external way where we can find the security in each stage. DevSecOps is about the introduction security earlier in the life cycle of application development, thus the minimizing of vulnerabilities, bridging security closer to the IT and the business objective. So DevSecOps is focusing on the security aspect, which will make sure the issues of security we can identify as early as in the stage, so the same security issues should not come from the customer end. To seeing the definition of DevSecOps, it looks like the focus on the security in the DevOps process. Let's try to understand what is the DevSecOps benefits. So before we go for the benefits, we will take the small example where how the existing DevOps process is happening. So each pipeline or development processes which we will involve from the planning, coding, build, deploy, then the management of your artifact and the production environment, and the feedback. So feedback will add the feedback cycle from the customer, and we will add the feedback in our backlog. So then again it's moved to the planning, code, deploy, and the manage. So let's start the benefits. So the first benefits of DevSecOps is the observability. So why observability is important here? So observability in the context of how application delivery process observe with the security context. Do we know what happening between code, build, deploy, and the continuous improvement? So here it will makes the focus on the observability, where we can get the benefits based on our use case. So next one is the uh, key benefit is the traceability. So we are able to understand what user stories being deployed and managed. So basically in a plan section we create the user story and we do the management of our registry with the decoding deployment. So that only, so we are able to understand what user story are being deployed and managed in the runtime environment, that we can prove it. So we can fully trace that fully development process of our user story to the deployment. The next benefit is the confidence. So at this all about the business having the trustful relation with the organization, that what being the deliver is actually started off at the beginning of the pipeline as requirement of the storage. So it's a confidence whatever the customer has asked, the same which we have delivered. So we can trace from the whatever we taken the requirement and the same which we are going for the production. So it's a fully traceability with the confidence. The next one is the compliance. Compliance is also important for the many industries like healthcare, banking, or a security industries. We need to have the compliance built into release pipeline, and it's basically needs to implement from the first stage of the process of the DevSecOps. Can basically this basically really involve in different stage of the development as a pipeline. So compliance, it's not for only one stage, it's apply for the all stage, and it comes started from the first stage of the process and it will comes for the end stage of a process. So here the compliance will important for the many different industries. So DevOps will helps to for the observing our full process. DevSecOps will helps to observing the process including the security concern, traceability of the implementation. Confidence is whatever we have asked, we build the same one. Compliance, we follow the each and every guidelines of the process. So now question comes how DevSecOps is works. We'll use the same example of our pipeline, that's a plan, code, build, deploy, manage, and the continuous improvement, that's a feedback. So in a planning section we use to the as a part of the planning stage we create the stories over here. Each user stories have its own appropriate size, well formed documentation, understandable by the development team. So that's the important while we create the user story in the plan section. So here we have to make sure that whatever process is defined for the planning, whatever story is creating for the in terms of the size, in terms of the document, in terms of the details, has to be the well formed. The next one is coding. So additional feature are going to a pipeline over here in the code stage basically. This involves things like a test driven development. And the second is the pair programming. So these are the specific activities and the new ways of the working that mitigate the risk of the someone or a somebody or introduced by the some bugs or a defect at a coding level. We also are able to achieve better test code coverage by writing test case before actual code write. So here we will focusing the two things. One is the development is the test driven development and the pair programming. And second one is a focus of the code, whatever we write, before code we write, we create the test case for that code. So automatic, whatever we add the code, it will be testable. The next one is the build. We also have the security aspect that we can influence in the code and the build phase here. And this is the focus for the linting and marking sure that code is able to conform the standard coding practices. We also have to notation scanning, particularly for things like infinite loop, unused variable, or many other the development errors using the static code analysis tool. These are potentially vulnerabilities that could manifest themselves in a very adverse way once we go in the production. So this will be make a bigger issue if this will not take care at the build level. So here we will focus on the static code analysis along with the detailed code analysis of like PR review, like handling the infinite loops, handling the unused variable, and scanning of the notation level. The next stage of the process is deploy. So some of additional security practice, the deploy aspect can also be influenced. So with the advent of the cloud native image that we call the Docker image, there are even things like notary service where we can ensure that images are not only immutable, but the images that are being deployed in the same image that exactly produced from the build process. So what is deploy says, whatever we create as an image, whatever we create as an artifact from the build process, the same artifact we are using in the deployment of the production. So there is not any artifact which generate for the staging level. We will create the artifact as a single build process, and that same artifact will help and we will deploy in the different staging. The next one is the manage. So in the manage phase, here activities such as a mutation detection, and this all about the making sure that any runtime while we deploy our application in a production, so making sure that any runtime container or application that is in your production environment doesn't suddenly spark some of the sort vulnerabilities in the runtime environment that basically you may not caught in a build process. So here we have to make sure so some of the spikes or issues or any hot issues comes from the production environment. So that we have to make sure from the manage section. So here if you see the high level, the DevSecOps is all about infusing the risk, mitigating the activities throughout this pipeline here. It's not for the one section, it's not for the one stage. DevSecOps works on the all the staging, all the stage level. So here the focus is the risk mitigation. So next one is DevSecOps use cases. So what are use cases we should use where we can help the DevSecOps to actual deployment use cases. So what are some use cases infusing security? That basically everything anywhere. So DevSecOps where it should be applied at everything at anywhere. It's not like one specific is important, everything is important. But at a high level, let's see. So the how your application progress, that's a visibility throughout the pipeline. So how your application progress throughout the pipeline, who is deploying what, when, and which environment. So you can get the visibility of your application development, deployment, and the completely management of your application at a different staging. The second one is audit. So if you have any case where you are trouble with the audit and being able to approve empirical data that what you deliver in the fact you started out within the beginning of the pipeline empirical tracing back to all through your beginning of end. So basically what we have discussed, it's auditing with the each staging level, and you have to make sure that the audit with the proper process has been followed. So that's a help here. The DevSecOps helping us to it will get the audit report at the each stage. So the next one is the uniformity. If you have any issues with the unified governance being able to use as this pipeline here across your enterprise in a uniform way, making sure that we are delivering software by applying right kind of risk mitigation. So the process will use in a whole organization with the same uniformity. So that's the base form comes from our use case. The next one is risk mitigation. So this is the key point here. As we are doing the risk right kind of activities throughout the pipeline to mitigate the risk of getting our digital reputation in trouble at an enterprise level. So basically it helps to control our risk. It helps to at lower level of the risk where we can control, where we can judge, where we can visible. So here basically it helps the right kind of activity throughout the pipeline where we can help to mitigate the risk. So these are the basically use cases for employing some of the DevSecOps principle. There are industry standard organization like OWASP, that's basically used for the standard vulnerability process scanning. Basically OWASP that actually have the software assurance maturity model to address not just this pipeline activity but also governance the construction and each recommending secure coding practice that would you have to hear. So DevSecOps is all about holistic secure by designing approach to code delivery, and it all involve the people, process and tools. So what kind of approaches we should use? So first is the coding analysis. So we should add the static coding analysis, the practices improvement in the code level where we should add the standard coding practices, linting software and the static code analysis software. You can use that vulnerability scanning software. So there could be the many. So in terms of Jenkins integration, you could find the static code analysis like SonarQube, Codec, Pylint, Flexera and many more. Change management, you should use the change management where you can use the whatever you find the issues, you could have the get the feedback and you could have the properly documentation, so you can immediately change and you can immediately take a corrective action. Compliance monitoring, the process should be monitored with the compliance process where compliance and audit report should be in the top of the rule. Threat investigation, that's basically find in the vulnerability scanning and basically identification of your threats, identification of vulnerabilities and post identification the vulnerability fixing. So this is also important while you identify your threats, while you identify your vulnerabilities. So this is all about the DevSecOps. What is DevSecOps? What is DevOps? We will see, we also show the how DevSecOps works, the benefits and the approaches. So any session, any tutorials having the feedback is very important. So I would like to thank you for watching this video, and please like, share, subscribe the channel for next upcoming video. Thank you.